Welcome to episode 27 of Let's Talk Money with Wendy Silebi. As you can see, I'm flying solo today because it's spring. We are welcoming a new season, a season of rebirth, of renewal, where the plants begin to bloom, the animals come out of hibernation, and it's a season of sprouting, a season that prepares us for summer. It's a season of us to spring clean our finances to allow them to sprout and grow again, probably after a tough winter season. It's a time to revive and reignite our finances. It's also a time for us to give push for the remaining 3 months of the year to our goals. Have you had a reflective time to check where you are with your savings, your investment goals? Maybe you need to spring clean that and just give it another push until the end of the year. So it's also a new season of the introduction of a new and amended act that introduces the two-pot system. I think it's been a buzz. I've seen so many memes on Facebook, on all social media platforms. People putting two pots on a fire, on a stove, and people just making so many videos about the two-pot system. And I thought, why not? Let's have this conversation about the two-pot system because it comes into effect as of the 1st of September, which is Spring Day 2024. So many people are welcoming the two-pot system because it means relief to those who have been advocating to access their pension or provident funds, while there are those that are not for the system. But whichever side of the pot, of the two pots you fall, let's just have a conversation around it and let's see what we can learn, because I think all of us are learning from this new, two-pot system. So as you would know, in life, just like the seasons that we go through, the normal seasons, winter, autumn, spring, and summer, we also go through seasons of life in our finances. And so it requires for us to respond to whatever season that we are in, the best way we believe our financial challenges will be resolved. So this episode really provides us, with the skills maybe and the knowledge to make the right financial decisions and be comfortable with the consequences of our decisions, because every financial decision has accompanying consequences. I don't want to dwell too much on the two-pot system and how the pots work, and probably as I go through the two-pot system, those answers will come through for you. But I just want us maybe to answer the first question: why was the two-pot system introduced? So statistics confirm that over 6.1 million people have opted for early pension withdrawal between the years 2011 to 2020, averaging about 700,000 withdrawals, which signals a need for the Pensions Act to be reformed. And that's the reason why this was done. It was also done to curb the resignations, because obviously people were resigning to access all their retirement funds because of financial hardships. As I've said, we go through seasons, and many individuals experienced financial hardships, especially prior to, during, and post-COVID, which had devastating financial impact on many families. So allowing this limited access to a portion, one pot of your total pension is believed will mitigate the financial hardships that people have been going through without jeopardizing your long-term retirement goals. By restricting the access to the full pension, The two-pot system, it is believed, encourages individuals to be more disciplined in their financial planning. The premature depletion of all, your retirement funds is prevented. So the dedicated two-thirds pot, which cannot be accessed until retirement, it is believed ensures financial stability for retirement. And retirement comes with its own challenges. And I do understand why they have made a portion available for withdrawal and a portion not available for withdrawal, so that they make sure that when we do retire, which is going to happen, that we retire comfortably. So today I just want to talk and respond to a few myths that are there out there. What are the myths? Myth number one, people are saying all my savings before the 1st of September will disappear and I will lose them. That is not true. All the contributions that you have made up until the 31st of August 2024 will be protected. They go into what is called a vested pot. This money will remain in the pot until such a time that your retirement age comes. So please don't panic and think that your money is lost, because the contributions were made under the old Pensions Act. Therefore, they cannot form part of the new two-pot system. That's why the money then goes into a vested pot where it remains and will become accessible to you after 55 or when you go on retirement. Let's assume then that maybe before the new pot system you had 200,000 in your pension. When the money that goes into the vested pot becomes available, they will take 10% of 200,000, which is 20,000. They will transfer it into the emergency savings pot to give you that kickstart should you be one of the people that would like to withdraw from the emergency savings pot. Therefore, that would leave 180,000 in your vested pot, which will grow, which will wait for you to go on retirement. The two-pot system, as I've already said, only becomes into effect on your new contributions, pension or provident fund contributions, as of the 1st of September 2024. So if you were panicking and you were already contemplating, I'm going to get my money because my money is going to disappear, relax, mtana sekaya, your money is safe. Myth number two, my employer will no longer contribute a portion towards my retirement. And the response is that the two-pot system does not have an impact on the employer and employee contributions. Both you and your employer will continue to contribute towards your retirement funds. However, as per the new system, the split will be between the retirement pot, which is 2/3, and the emergency savings pot, which is 1/3. Myth number three, I can now withdraw all my money at once. The response is the vested pot, which is the old pension rules, and the new retirement funds that will go into the 2/3 will only be accessed when you retire, or either at early retirement, or you are retrenched from age 55, 60, 63, or 65, depending on your retirement date. So it is not true that as of the 1st of September 2024, you can withdraw from the vested pot, from the emergency savings pot, and from the new 2/3 pot. How? Where are you going to use this money? No, you'll only be able to withdraw from the emergency savings pot. And I like the way that they've structured it. It's an emergency savings pot. Let's go to myth number 4. Some people are saying, I won't pay tax when I withdraw from my emergency savings pot. The response is that all the money, all the withdrawals that are made from the emergency savings pot will be taxed according to your marginal tax rate. Let's just say that your income bracket, attracts a 36% tax by SARS. That's what you will be taxed when you withdraw from your savings pot. Many people are dismissing the tax deductions. I've heard so many people engage me and they say, I don't mind paying the tax. After all, SARS taxes us anyway. But what I want to just voice over is that this is not just any taxable amount like a tax rebate, your salary, or your investment payout. It's money meant for your retirement. Myth number 5. I'm young and I have the gift of time. I will replenish the money withdrawn from my emergency savings pot. Well, the withdrawn money cannot be replaced directly back into the emergency savings fund. If you've taken 30,000, you can't after 2 or 3 months say, I'm going to take 30,000 again and put it in the emergency savings pot. It doesn't work like that. The only other option that you can think about is to probably increase your future pension contributions to try and mitigate, what you have already withdrawn. But also be aware, even if you were to increase maybe your pension contributions from 17% to 21% or whatever percentage, the money will still be split. A third will go into your emergency savings pot and 2/3 will go into your retirement pot. In essence, the withdrawn money won't be replaced in totality. Remember, you are also going to lose on compounding interest. And of course, if the money is not withdrawn from your emergency savings pot, the positive is that it grows. But if it's withdrawn, it reduces. Myth number 6 and the final myth. I want my money. That's what people are saying. I need a lifestyle upgrade. I need to enhance my life. I want to spoil myself. I want to go on holiday. I want to live a little and enjoy this pension money. Who knows if I live until 60? Well, the simple answer is who knows that you live up to 100. So the created emergency savings pot is meant to be accessed in situations of emergency, including medical expenses that require additional cash because probably they are not fully covered by your medical aid. And these could be serious life-threatening diseases like cancer and any other disease, that needs additional cash. If you have high interest charging debt that is really causing you financial strain, maybe depression and anxiety, maybe you could look at that as, a means for you to withdraw because to you it's an emergency. Or in the case of natural disasters, let's just pray that COVID never happens again and we need to tap into our monies because we are facing, a pandemic that erodes everything that we've saved for. Be aware that the minimum withdrawal from your emergency savings pot is 2,000 and the maximum is 30,000 per tax year. So even if you had big debt that is 200,000, withdrawing 30,000 that is taxed will not make a big dent to your debt. Maybe start thinking about alternatives of how you can begin to push that debt until you have cancelled it. We need to be mindful of what behavioral economics call present bias, where we are giving attention to short-term goals. We can actually say instant gratification over long-term goals, which is your retirement. Be careful of your evaluation trades off. A short term is that I get the money now, I blow it, and I have a good time. Long term is being better off at retirement. Having said that, there are times when today's needs are more important than tomorrow's need. I think it's all about your individual context and your needs. But I just want to encourage you that you make the right decisions for your situation and be clear about the consequences thereof. As I work my way towards a conclusion, there are a few points I also would like to voice over that maybe you should think about and mull about. They're important. If you were 55 and above before the 1st of March 2021, you do not automatically fall into the new two-pot system. You are excluded because your retirement age is closer and you probably have already established your retirement plans. It also does not make sense to disrupt those financial plans and open yourself up to additional tax implications when you are so close to retirement. However, the door is not closed for you. Should you really feel strongly, or no, Lina, fomo, I don't want to be left behind, I want to participate, then you can opt in to the new two-pot system. But I think what I'd like to encourage is that before you do so, speak to a qualified financial planner. Let them sit with you, go through what the pros and cons of opting into the two-pot system are for you, especially because you are over 55 and retirement is just around the corner. Number two, remember that statistics show us that only 6% of South Africans have adequate retirement saved and will retire comfortably and maintain their current lifestyle. This is the 10X Investment Retirement Fund research that gave us these shocking statistics. What that means is that the remaining 94% retirees might need to continue working or downgrade their lifestyle or depend on their children to look after them or even rely on the government grant system. It all boils down to your choice. How do you want to retire? Retirement, as I've said, has its own challenges. It's got health, financial, emotional, and psychological challenges. Think about those before you dip into your emergency savings fund. There are also financial calculators that are available that you can use. You can ask your financial planner, or you can just go to various pension fund houses. They've got those calculators. They actually will show you the impact of you withdrawing year after year and what your pensionable amount would have looked like if you had not withdrawn and what it will look like if you have withdrawn. So I think do that exercise and then see what the long-term impacts are for you. And I just want to say all of the best. I think we just need to be gracious to those who choose to withdraw their funds. It's their right, and their context and their financial situation demands that they do so. And to all of the us, I count myself in because anyway, I don't fall into the two-pot system. And to those who choose not to withdraw, be grateful that you have enough that will, carry you until tomorrow. Then if you have any additional questions about this topic of the two-pot system, please post them and I'll make sure that we probably have a follow-up now with a certified financial planner and bring the experts to come and respond to the questions that you have. Don't be shy, engage me, and then let's make sure that all of us are understanding this two-pot system because it's our new reality. And besides the two-pot system, if there is another topic that you'd like tackled on this podcast, let me know, and then I'll definitely make sure that we tackle it. I also just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We have reached and surpassed 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for your faithfulness in watching, sharing, and giving me feedback, and above all, subscribing. So if you're watching right now and you haven't clicked on that red button, you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until next time, please make sure that you subscribe. And also, as you can see, my book is here. I wish someone had told me. It's available on my website, wendysilibi.co.za, or on Amazon in ebook format and hard copy. Until next time, thank you for watching.